So I'm going to be trying to do this again. I don't know if I'm going to keep that first episode uploaded or not. I might just, excuse me, either unlist it or make it private. I decided to watch this episode when I couldn't sleep, my first episode of this game when I couldn't sleep last night. And then I realized when I was actually starting to shoot stuff, you can barely hear me. So I'm going to try to do this quickly again and then go back and finish Adam Falls DLC. Okay. Death Star plans, Operation Skyhook Phase 2. I should probably talk a little bit more about this game, so in case I do delete that first episode. Dark Forces was an FPS game made by LucasArts themselves back in the 90s. It was very good. It was a very important landmark for FPS games because it was like the first one for like a licensed IP that was actually like really good. And being made by LucasArts as well was just insane. That, I mean, LucasArts also has Outlaws, which is one of the greatest shooters ever, and like nobody knows what it is. I really fucking hope that Night Dive can remaster that one, because God, I love Outlaws, but fuck is it annoying to get set up to work properly with modern systems sometimes. Excuse me, this was originally canon to the movies, but after the Disney buyout, it was made non-canon. The first mission of the game is basically Rogue One before Rogue One. It has Kyle Katarn, the guy you play as, go for the Death Star plans. Prologue Mission 1. The Death Star plans, Operation Skyhook Phase 2. Confidential message from Senator Mon Mothma. The rebellion is counting on the completion of this mission, Commander Katarn. I hope success is on your side. The Death Star plans are locked away at an Imperial secret base on the planet Dontua, where they await transport to Lord Vader. Very little is known about the layout of the base itself, so I'm afraid you have to act as your own reconnaissance. Once you have the plans, get out immediately. Operation Skyhook will deliver the plans to Princess Leia on the consular ship Tantive 4. She can then continue the mission. Find and retrieve the Death Star plans, return to your ship on the roof of the base. So, like I said, I'm probably going to be deleting that first episode. I'm going to turn this down even more just to be safe. So I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, for those that don't know. So yeah, okay, so Blaster Pistol, I should probably do this again too. This kind of works like Doom's pistol, where if you lightly press it, it goes in the same spot, but if you hold it, sometimes it goes out of the way. And then this is just a way more automatic fire, uses 2 shots. So I'm a massive Star Wars nerd. So when I was a kid and I saw there was this game that had Kyle Katarn, who was the star of some of the other Star Wars games I played as a kid, which were made by Raven, which, for those who don't know who Raven Software is, they're basically responsible for some of the greatest games in the 90s, made 90s and early 2000s, made in the early id Tech engines. Like, they made Hexen, Heretic, Hexen 2, which... But actually, Hexen 1 is the one I don't like. Hexen 2 is great, aside from, like, one puzzle. Actually, let's do graphics, show HUD, show view 90. When I was rewatching my footage, it seemed very bright, and I don't know why. So, yeah, there's a live system in this. I do kind of wish that Night Dive got rid of it, but I get why they didn't. Because because it is like a core part of the game. God, what button did I push to crouch? L1? What the fuck? So yeah, when I massive Star Wars nerd. So as a kid, when I saw there was this game with Kyle Katarn and all this other stuff, who like was the star of, not really the star, but one of the guys I guess he was the star of Outcast, which is the third game in the series. And then he was one of like the main characters in Academy, which is the fourth and last game of the series. So I'm like, yeah, I'll play this. And I booted it up for the first time. So, like, I was born in 2002. Just as an aside. So I had no idea there wasn't, like the first PlayStation controller didn't have analog sticks. Until way later. Like, I didn't know the DualShock wasn't a thing. So, I was very confused why I couldn't use the analog stick to move. This is going way, way worse, by the way, than the first time I've tried this.
This is too easy. Now to get to my ship.
By the way, I hope you guys are ready for a lot of Night Dive this month, because I got this, I got the System Shock Remaster. I'm probably going to try to do I Have No Mouth this month. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Night Dive games.
Kyle delivers the plans to the Rebel Alliance. Soon afterwards, the Death Star is destroyed. But even as the Alliance celebrates this victory, another sinister plot is set in motion that will become an even greater concern for the Rebellion.
The Emperor has approved your test demonstration, General Mock.
Thank you, Lord Vader. What I unveil today will mark a new era for the Empire. We will be able to decimate the rebels just as we did the Jedi Knights. At last, the Emperor's war will be filled only with the glory and beauty of decisive victory.
A noble cause, General. I hope the demonstration lives up to your claims. Proceed.
With pleasure. Dark Trooper, release.
So, Night Dive remastered like all of these cutscenes, and they look goddamn incredible. I love these new cutscenes. I know some people prefer the older jank look, and thought the overall like more clean look looks bad, but I don't know. Maybe just because I'm not nostalgic for those original cutscenes, because I only ever beat the first level. Because the way you had to save in the PlayStation version was you had to enter a passcode, and then since it was on the PS3, I had no idea how to set up a PS1 emulator on PS3, or a PS1 memory card. Like, this is before I realized I could Google everything, basically.
Very impressive, General. The Emperor will be most pleased. Continue with your project.
Certainly, Lord Vader.
Thank you, Commander, for responding at such short notice. The Empire has been keeping us on the run since the destruction of the Death Star. 5 days ago, the Empire attacked one of our secret bases in the city of Talay.
This is Tech Base to anybody out there. Please, we're under Imperial attack. There was no fighting at all. Total devastation. They broke through our shields. They broke through our shields!
TAC base was destroyed within minutes. Many innocent people in the surrounding city, as well as the rebel staff, were killed. Intelligence thinks that this may be an act of retaliation for the destruction of the Death Star.
Interesting. This looks like it could be a normal Imperial attack, except for those sounds.
Very perceptive, Commander. I know you understand that all we discuss here is classified. This Imperial officer, Crix Medine, wishes to defect to the Alliance. He has supplied us with information on the development of a new Imperial weapon. Those sounds you heard, we believe, come from that weapon. A new type of stormtrooper, the Dark Trooper.
A new stormtrooper that can take out a rebel base that quickly? I should have kept working for the Empire.
The Rebel Command is not taking this lightly. They have authorized me to hire you to find out if there is a threat, and if there is, to shut it down. That is, if you are still on our side.
This could be interesting. Alright, I'm in. But I think I'll need some help on this one. I want Jan Ors as my mission officer.
Certainly. Then I will let Jan brief you further on your mission objectives. Thank you, Commander, and may the Force be with you.
Okay, I'm going to read this, and then that'll be where we end this episode. Mission 2, Talay Talk Base, after the massacre. It's good to see you, Kyle. Good job on Operation Skyhook. The rebels were very impressed. Now it's back to mission hopping just like the old days. Rebel Command has made a brief reconnaissance of the area, and it's swarming with Imperial activity. The power is still down in the city, so some of the systems are going to be down as well. You need to find the main hydroelectric power generator and get it back online. The Empire usually gets sloppy after a major offensive, so we may be able to find evidence or leads about this new Dark Trooper we've been hearing about through Crix Medine. His contacts inside the Empire will help us follow up on anything you may pick up. Good hunting, Kyle. Find and restart hydroelectric power generator to find some clue to the Dark Trooper. Return to the landing area. Okay, that's the end of this. Bye-bye now.